Hello everyone, how you doing? This YouTube video is basically an Dubia Roach colony setup. So I have this colony here that I've had already going and have some egg crates in there for them to climb on. And down here you can see in the bottom there's still some of the frost. I just cleaned it up really good. Took all the dead roaches out of there and got it all clean yesterday. So I'm about to start putting Dubia back in there. Over here I have the old crates with the Dubia roaches, and you can see these crates are already pretty dirty, but there they are. And what I'm going to do also is I'm going to go through and make my male to female ratio better. Right now there's a lot of males that I saw in there, and from everything that I've heard and read and everything, basically you want your male to female ratio to be anywhere 1 male per 3 females, or 1 for every 6. Everywhere out there basically they say anywhere from 1 to 3 or 1 to 6. I'm gonna do 1 to 3. That's just so males don't fight over the females, and then you end up with a bunch of dead males. Also, the males are known to eat the nymphs if there's an excessive amount of them, and so I'm gonna redo the ratios here and make sure that they're all good. So yep, basically tons of Dubia. You can see them all in there. All over these crates. So just start separating them out, and then I'll show you once I get some in there. Alright everyone, be back in a few. Alright everyone, it's been a few days since the first part of this video, but got everything set up here, and I got the egg crates in there, new clean ones, and did my 1 to 3 ratio for every 1 male for every 3 females, see how that works. I'll just watch them to make sure that they're producing. So as you can see over here, I have these Tupperware containers where I have food, and it's basically just a Tupperware container with a opening in the front. Seems to work pretty well. And then I have the other one here with water crystals, and those work really well. They go in there and just get water and food, and then go back to what they were doing. In here I have a grapefruit, and you can see it's been in there for about a day, and they're already hollowing it out pretty good. I didn't have any oranges, but I did have grapefruit, so put that in there instead, and they seem to be okay with it. So the orange and grapefruit is supposed to be citrus, supposed to help them in breeding. It's supposed to stimulate breeding. Also very important to keep heat on them. And so I do have a heat pad under these guys, and the egg crate laying on top of here is mostly to block off light. You can see one female there. Looks like she's going to drop some eggs there in the egg sac or whatever it is. So separated all these guys out, gave them new crates. They have plenty of crates, so they're not fighting over space, and you see them more out whenever it's dark. So that's why I have this laying on top here. And I did my setup, my main setup here, with the wooden dowels going across. Got them at the hardware store, just cut them and hot glued them, just so that it holds the crates in a little bit better. But you don't have to do that, you could just haul the crates in there. move them around and pile them in there, and they'll find their way in there. I just kind of like that. So have also the packing tape along the sides here so that that can get out. The large ones seem to not be able to crawl very well, but the nymphs seem to be able to crawl a little bit better. So that just keeps them in. But that's pretty much it. Just egg crates. See a ton of dubia there. Ton of nymphs too. So they've been reproducing here, and dubia is it's a very cool and good alternative to just feeding crickets, because first they fill up a lot more on these guys. Crickets are a lot of exoskeleton. These are bigger, great for spiders, lizards. We feed them to our beardies as well, and they live a lot longer. Crickets, you get them and a week or two later they're all dead. These guys take about 6 months to become adults, and they live for about 2 years. So each female can produce, I think it's about 30 nymphs per month. So they can really crank out. In this particular tub here, I have about 400 females and about 150 males. So at 400 producing 30 nymphs per month, that is quite a good amount, about 12,000 nymphs. So you'll have an endless feeding source for your teas, for your lizards, whatever it is. And also no odor, which is great. They really just do not smell, so unlike crickets. So very cool. So we're getting this colony going. This is our main. We have 2 bloodlines of dubia. Heard it's a good idea to introduce new blood into it so that you will have a whole bunch of inbreeding. And so this is our main colony that we have, that we don't tap off of, and basically just keep it going. Because if you're constantly getting from your colony and you end up depleting it, it takes a while for it to like regenerate. So always a good idea to have one colony you just don't touch. That way you know if you're getting low, and then one operating colony, which basically you can feed off of. So this is the main colony, and I'll put the lid in here. And as you can see with the lid, I did cut a good amount in there. Originally, I had just 6 round vents in there, and it looked really neat and everything, but what happens is it holds in too much humidity and the egg crates can get moldy. So having a good amount of ventilation is good. It holds perfect humidity. You want a good amount of ventilation. And what I do for these guys, I'll sometimes just put an egg crate over part of it so that it remains dark and they still eat during the day while I'm in my tea room. So this is the main colony. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask on these guys. Not an expert, but I'll help as much as I can. This project I started a while back. I started off with not that many, and now I have a good amount. So they reproduce really quick, and we've fed off of them a lot. So foods, water source, water crystals works great, and the food source is this roach chow here. We make our own roach chow. It's a good recipe with lots of good stuff in it, top quality dog food and a whole bunch of other additives that we add in there. Some of the people out there will sell roach chow, and it's nothing but basically they lay in a hen mesh. It looks like little crumbles. That's basically all it is, and that's just one ingredient of what the roach chow should be. So we make our own, and it's good stuff. So I will pause for a second here and come back and show the other colony, which is our operating colony, which we do take out of. So I'll be back in a few. Alright everyone, and so this other big bin is our operating colony, and so we have the grapefruit, and they're also Palo Roach chow, and they do have water crystals in here. I know a lot of people, as soon as they do not see water right away, they assume that we just do not put water in there. I just actually just took the water dish out to clean it out, and or the water lid. This one just has lids on here. That's a better work on this one, make it look a little nicer, but for now it serves a purpose. Just have egg flats. Sorry by the way I sound or any sniffling. Have a bit of allergies out here. So this one has the egg crates, and there is tons of dubia in here as well. On this one we haven't pulled out all our males that we're going to feed off. We've been kind of feeding off from this colony, which you will see in a later feeding video where I'm feeding some of my teas, some of these male dubia, to make the ratio better. So this colony is still a work in progress, but got them in here so they can start producing while I work on it. And that's pretty much it. Same thing, this is a big tote, so what I did on this one was I just cut basically an opening kind of like by where the food is, big enough to where there's no humidity or anything that's being held in there. Not excessive. They do need humidity, but it's not excessive. There's no molding or anything like that going on. So that's basically it. Second dubia colony, tons of dubia. Got this one going also, and this is basically what we're feeding off of and selling. So yeah, pretty much it. So if you have any questions on dubia, feel free to contact me if I haven't covered it. And as always, thanks for watching.